The animal kingdom is full of bizarre creatures that do things we simply can't comprehend. From squids that rape each other to spiders that turn ants into zombies. The animal kingdom is definitely not for the faint of heart. But have you ever seen an animal eat its own flesh? If you think this sounds gross, just wait until you see what these animals do. Welcome back, I'm here. And today we'll be taking a look at the gruesome truth of 8 animals that eat their own flesh. Viewer discretion is advised for this one. Let's get started. Number 8. Leatherback Sea Turtle. The leatherback sea turtle is the largest of the 8 species of sea turtles with the most extensive global distribution. These sea turtles can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. And while they aren't carnivorous, there have been many instances where the dead skin and muscle of a leatherback sea turtle has been found partially eaten. Experts say this is due to a condition called cutaneous myosis. This happens when the skin and fat of the dead turtles are consumed by larvae or botflies. Botflies are parasites that lay their eggs inside of a host, in this case, a sea turtle. When the turtle dies, the eggs hatch and begin eating the turtle's flesh from the inside out. It might sound like something straight out of a horror movie, but it's actually just science. While scientists don't know exactly how the botfly eggs get inside of a sea turtle, they believe the eggs could be ingested by smaller fish who then get eaten by the turtles. No matter how the eggs get inside the sea turtle, though, the end result is always the same. The dead sea turtles are left with gaping holes in their bodies where the botflies have eaten away their insides. Number 7. Dogs. You probably never thought your furry friend would be eating their own flesh, but it does happen from time to time. The most common reason for this behavior is that the dog is suffering from a medical condition known as pica syndrome. People with pica eat non-nutritive substances such as dirt or rocks. In dogs, this disorder can cause them to eat their own skin and hair. Dogs with pica will often chew on their paws and tail, which can cause serious injuries over time. In some cases, the dog may also eat their own vomit. This is because the vomit contains undigested food that the dog is craving. So instead of getting rid of the vomit, the dog eats it so they can digest it properly. Even if your dog isn't suffering from pica, they may still eat their own flesh. This is especially true for dogs that are overweight or have recently given birth. Number 6. Humans. Even though humans and cannibalism are usually thought of as taboo, this practice has been around for thousands of years. There are even reports of human cannibalism from ancient Greece and Rome. But why do humans eat their own flesh? Well, in some cases, people eat their own flesh because they have a rare disorder known as rhipophobia. Those who suffer from this disorder compulsively eat their own skin. Some people who have this disorder only eat their own skin when they're stressed, while others do it constantly. Rhipophobia is an eating disorder similar to anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa, but instead of fearing weight gain, people with rhipophobia fear becoming obese. Because of this, they'll do whatever they can to control their weight, including eating their own skin. Number 5. Lizards. Lizards are cold-blooded reptiles that live in a wide variety of habitats around the world. There are over 6,000 species of lizards, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Some lizards are very small, only a few inches long, while others can grow to be several feet in length. Even though lizards are cold-blooded, they do need to regulate their body temperature in order to survive. In hot weather, lizards will often seek out shade or water to cool off. However, in cold weather, lizards need to find a way to warm up. One way that lizards warm up is by basking in the sun. However, if the sun isn't available, lizards will often bask on warm surfaces, such as rocks or concrete. Lizards also bask on other lizards. By basking on top of another lizard, the lizard absorbs the heat from its body and is able to warm up quickly. This may sound nice, but the lizard on the bottom doesn't always appreciate the extra heat. Sometimes the lizard on the bottom will bite the lizard on top, causing the two to fight. During these fights, lizards will often eat each other's flesh. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, but it's not unheard of. So if you see a group of lizards fighting over a warm rock, make sure you don't get too close. You never know when things might get a little bloody. For salamanders. Salamanders are amphibians that are found in both the northern and southern hemispheres. There are over 700 species of salamanders alive today, and they range in size from the tiny axolotl to the giant Chinese salamander, which can grow to be over 6 feet long. Even though salamanders are amphibians, they don't live in water. Instead, Salamanders are typically found in moist environments on land. Salamanders also need to stay moist in order to survive. If a salamander dries out, its skin will eventually break and the salamander will die. Because of this, salamanders spend most of their time hiding under logs or rocks, where they're less likely to be seen by predators. Unfortunately, there are some predators that are smart enough to know that salamanders live under logs and rocks. Because of this, salamanders have evolved to be able to eat their own skin and shed it in order to escape predators. By shedding their skin, the salamanders are able to disguise themselves as their old skin, which confuses the predator. The salamander can then escape and live to fight another day. Number 3. Wolves. Wolves are carnivorous mammals that live in the northern hemisphere. There are many different species of wolves, and they vary in size depending on where they live. For example, the gray wolf is one of the largest species of wolf and can weigh up to 175 pounds. On the other hand, the red wolf is much smaller and only weighs between 20 and 40 pounds. Even though wolves are carnivores, they do occasionally eat their own flesh. This is usually only done when the wolf is sick or injured. Wolves in captivity are especially prone to eating their own flesh. This is because the captive wolves don't have to expend energy hunting for food. As a result, they become obese and start eating their own skin and fur. Obesity-related illnesses are on the rise in zoos and wolf sanctuaries. In order to prevent wolves from eating their own flesh, zookeepers and sanctuary workers must keep the wolves active and trim. They also need to make sure the wolves have a balanced diet. Number 2. Rats. Rats are rodents that are found on every continent on Earth. Rats are known for their intelligence and adaptability, and they're also known for being scavengers. Rats will eat just about anything, including their own flesh. Rats that are confined to small spaces are especially prone to eating their own flesh. This is because the rats are stressed out, and the stress causes them to start eating their own skin and fur. In addition to being stressed, rats may also eat their own flesh if they're sick or injured. Finally, rats may eat their own flesh as a last resort if there isn't enough food available. This is because rats are more likely to survive if they're a healthy weight. Number 1. Chickens. Chickens are domesticated birds that are raised for their meat and eggs. Chickens are one of the most popular poultry birds in the world, and they're found in almost every country. Even though chickens are typically herbivores, they do occasionally eat their own flesh. This is usually only done when the chicken is sick or injured. In addition to eating their own flesh, chickens may also eat their own feathers. This is because the feathers contain keratin, which is a protein that the chicken needs in order to stay healthy. Chickens that are confined by the thousands to dark, dank sheds are especially prone to eating their own flesh and feathers. This is because the chickens are stressed out, and the stress causes them to start eating their own bodies. Eating their own flesh and feathers also allows the chickens to expel toxins from their bodies. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. Which of these animals did you find the most disgusting? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.